go. Here we go. Do you see that? Did you all see that at the end? I eat the apple all the way, everything, every last bite of it. The only thing I won't eat or don't eat, I've tried to eat it before, is the stem. See that? All I have left is the stem. And today we are talking about the fruits of the Spirit. There are 9 of them. These are the fruits that come out of you when you allow the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, to come into you. People always ask, Dr. D Nice, why are you so happy? Why are you this? Why are you that? Here's the secret. Here's the secret why I can be so calm in the space of adversity. I be so happy, even think those things should be making me unhappy and miserable. Because God's Spirit lives in me, it just the fruits of that's what just bears from my tree. What? I'm a poet. I didn't know it because God live in me. That's the fruit that bears on my tree. Let's talk about the fruits of the Spirit. All right. And this one is actually the fruits of the Spirit. It is the Jamaican Fruit Edition. All right. Once again, we shout out Tydai. Thank you, Tydai, for your always amazing thumbnail. And Tydai's Jamaican too. Well, his dad, Tydai's dad, is Jamaican. And most Jamaicans, as long as one parent is Jamaican, you just consider it Jamaican. Well, shout out to Tydai. Big up yourself every time. Thank you for the thumbnail. Let's go on. Fruits of the Spirit, the Jamaican edition. This is the yute apple. This is one of my favorite fruits that I get in Jamaica. I've never seen them in America. It has like, my son says this looks like styrofoam. That's kind of what it looks like. It's a very fluffy fruit that is inside of this apple. And it's very soft. It's not soft. It's kind of crisp-ish, semi-crisp. And it's shaped like a pear and it's red. It's a delicately sweet. It's not sweet like you would consider a grape. It's a delicate sweetness. Amazing fruit. The yute apple. And I'm using this one to represent love. Love is the first fruit of the Spirit. When God's Spirit lives in you, there is love. And here's the interesting thing about it. There are a lot of people that run around and say, oh, I'm not even a Christian. I hate Christianity. I hate Jesus, Sky Daddy, whatever. Well, some of you all are really exhibiting Christian behavior because these moral things come from Christianity. Whether you like it or not, you're Christian. You just need to embrace it and lean into it so all the fruits of the Spirit can come out of you. But the first one is love, and we all understanding what love is. Just really just connecting with other people, being kind, I won't use kind because kindness is another fruit of the Spirit, but just having a good affection for other people, wanting what's best for people and yourself and for God, just connecting with people on that deep level. We know love. It's one of those things that sometimes it's hard to define, but you know it when you see it. And Corinthians 13, 1 Corinthians 13, is that what it is? The love chapter? If that's what it is, let me know in the comment section below. I may have it wrong. It fully lays out what love is, because love is not a feeling, it's a decision. That's more important than anything else. The second fruit of the Spirit is joy. And this is the Jamaican rose apple. I'm sure it's in a lot of other tropical islands. I'm positive it is. This is the rose apple though. If you've ever had a rose apple, put rose apple in the comment section below. All of a sudden I have more of a Jamaican accent because we're talking about Jamaican fruits. But the rose apple, even though honestly when I was living in Jamaica, we didn't eat it a lot. It wasn't one of those fruit that every time you turn around you had a rose apple. It's like every once in a while you go to somebody's house and say, "Oh, you know what? I have like a rose apple in the back. You want to try some?" That's when you would have a rose apple. I don't even remember seeing a rose apple tree. But anyway, rose apple. And rose apple is the joy. Joy is the second fruit of the spirit. And joy is just a gladness, a deep happiness. And it's not really based on what's happening in your life. It's not circumstances. It's not, oh, I failed a test and now I can't be happy anymore. Oh, I got $1,000,000 and that's why I'm happy. That's why I'm feeling joyful. No, regardless of whether things are up or down in your life, you are content. You're glad. It's just, it's a vibe. It's a vibe to be joyful. It really is. And I know some people like, "Oh yeah, I'm not happy. I feel joy." And to me, that's just phonetics. That's just, to me, it's six of one, six what? Six of one, half a dozen of the other. I really put joy and happiness in the same plate. They are the same words to me. It's just interchangeable. Whichever one you choose to use, go for it. The next fruit. This is a star apple. Now, this one has, let me see, like a custardy texture to it. The softer it is, the better it is. It's not sweet. It's not tart. Let me see. Is there a fruit in America that I could equate it to? If you could think of something, let me know. It's kind of squishy. Is there a lot of squishy? There's not a lot of squishy fruits in America. You got maybe banana-ish texture. We got bananas, apples, pears, just basic stuff. But I don't know. The star apple. I really like the star apple. It's one of those ones too that you don't get all the time, or it's there, but you just go for somebody. I'm gonna have some star apple. You want some? The star apple is good. And this is the one I have that represents the other fruit of the spirit, peace. Peace. That's just being content. It's just zen for you. You're just chilling. You're just fine with unity with other people. You're not under any war or any argument. You don't have no people up. Since we're up in Jamaica, I'm sure there are other terms that people use right now in Jamaica. You don't have nobody up. There's nobody that's occupying space in your head because you hate them, you can't stand them. You've forgiven all the people, previous videos that I've talked about. It's peace. This is what comes from the spirit, because you just find a way to be unified with your fellow human being. And that's a chill way to live. You're not looking, I don't want war. What? I don't want peace. I want problems. No, you want peace and you don't have no problems. All right, next one. Patience. This is the papaya. Most of y'all are more familiar with it. It has, let's see, what kind of the papaya has a texture of? It's a little more dense than a banana. It has a very intriguing flavor to it. Me personally, I love papaya in some juices when you mix it in with a juice. And I don't know, I really like let me back up. I'm iffy about papa. And in Jamaica, we call it papa. I'm kind of iffy about it, but here we go. I have it representing patience. That's another fruit of the spirit. And patience is just, you're just slow to speak, slow to anger. You're just taking your time with the people around you, taking your time with yourself. Nothing is in a big rush like that. Not saying you don't get things done, but you're not like hurrying people and rushing people along. You're taking your time with people. You're taking your time. You're listening, right? Isn't it great when somebody has patience with you and understand that it may take you a little longer to get around to where you need to get, but they just chilling and they waiting. That feels good. Papaya, patience. Next fruit is the tamarind, and it's like in a pod, and each of these little things right here, there's a seed, and you see the seed down there. You've probably seen them before. This string, this vein, there's a couple of veins that runs along the backside, along all the fruit. When you pull it out, you kind of have to separate it from the vein a little bit. It's a more dense, tartish, sweetish coating around each seed. So that you have to rip. Oh, I'm trying to see. There's honestly, I can't think of any texture that's similar to it, but the tamarind. And we actually make them into tamarind balls where they take the fleshy part, roll it up into a ball. Sometimes people would have the seed still in them and they coat it in sugar. It's super good. Y'all know that Dr. D Nice, I'm off of sugar right now because it's better for my knees. And good thing I'm not in Jamaica because I love me some tamarind balls. All right. And the fruit of the spirit that the tamarind is going to represent for us today is kindness. And you know what that is. Just being sweet, being tender, being just good to people. Just, merciful. I've seen it mentioned in there being merciful. That is kindness. You know it when you see it. If you looking out for people. I saw this video today. There's a runner. They were in a race, and the guy behind him, the guy in front grabbed for the water on the water stand and totally missed it. And the guy behind him got one and actually caught up with him and gave him the water. So stuff like that. Nobody's really expecting you to do something good, and you decided to do it good to help another person out. That is kindness. Then we have goodness. This one is the naseberry. You probably have never seen it before if you're just in your American fruit phase. It looks like a rock or something, but it's not that. It's probably about this big, maybe if you make it maybe a little bigger, like, let's see, but a plum. Yeah, like a plum. And it is one of those things that it's softer as it ripens and it's softer, it's just sweeter and better. It has a very see, most of these things, I just can't compare it to nothing much that I've eaten in America because these are just unique fruits. I didn't pick the bananas that's in Jamaica. I didn't pick some of the oranges that we can get. I didn't pick the fruits that y'all already familiar with. I guess I could have picked guava, but I only had 9. I don't think I picked the guava in our list. I tried to go for ones that you may or may not have been very familiar with. But this is naseberry. This is another one of them that is not there every time. You go over somebody's house, they have a naseberry tree, and they're like, "You want some?" And you say yes, and you value it as a delicacy because you just don't see them all the time. I mean, they're in Jamaica, but it's not one of those common fruits that you eat all the time, like banana and those things. There's also a Jamaican cherry that looks absolutely different. Well, has the same shape as an American cherry, but not the same texture. It looks a little different. And the seed inside of it is more like it has slatted seeds. Yeah, like a star apple type thing. Look it up, Jamaican cherry. I couldn't include all the fruits today, but the naseberry represents goodness, being generous, being open-hearted, just good. You know a good person when you see them. You know them. All right, next one. So the sweet sup fruit. This one is another one that is just better the softer it is. They're small, about the size of an orange, and sweet. Like I said, it's a sweet sop, and these are like individual little pegs that you can pull from. You all, I know jackfruit is a whole phase right now, because everybody's making jackfruits out of turning jackfruit into everything. Jackfruit steaks, jerk jackfruit. But it has a little pegs like a jackfruit would, but very sweet, very delicate fruit. And I just love those. Same kind of thing. If it's not like every day you run into a sweet sup, when you find it, you value it. You take your time and eat it and savor it, because not everybody have a sweet sop tree. Everybody have a mango tree. Everybody may have orange and banana. Everybody may not have a sweet sop, and you just value that when you see it. It's so good. It's so good. All right, Guinep. These are a choking hazard, okay? Little kids used to bite them before you actually give them. They say faithful? Oh my goodness. I'm busy talking about the fruit. I forgot to talk about faithfulness. What? How could I have done that? Faithfulness is mean that you're dependable. People could rely on you. Your word is your bond. People can trust what it is that you've said. You're loyal. That's what faithfulness is all about. And all these are just what happens when God's Spirit lives inside of you. Gentleness is the next one. And I, of course, have the Guinep, once again, the choking hazard. It's a very fleshy, sweetish thing. It's, I would want to say gelatinous, but not really gelatinous, like a step above gelatin. Once again, I can't think of a fruit that maybe, like, if grapes, y'all, it's is it Ramadan? Oh man, if you ever get a chance to there's some websites you can order tropical fruits from. Order them and try them. But the Guineps, there are people love these. Guinep season, you can buy them all over the place. You just look for the man. Guinep, 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 and you buy some, because this stuff is amazing. And the fruit of the Spirit that this is representing is gentleness. And that means that you're just humble, you're calm, you don't get overheated, you don't fly off the handle. You're just not losing your cool every time you turn around. You're a gentle person. You're calm. It's just this is what happens when the Spirit gets in you. You can't help but be this way. All the people that have some of these traits, the Spirit is in you. It is. All right, next one. Self-control, and self-control is soursop. Soursop, no, remember we just had sweet sop. Soursop, maybe like about 6 inches. Some of them can get a little bigger, and people love to take them and make juice. You ever get a chance to go to a Jamaican restaurant and you see soursop juice? You have it. It's like a white, milky, it's just good. There's nothing I can really explain it to you, because like I said, you can't equate it to anything that you've really tasted. Most of these fruit is what it is. If you get an opportunity to try them, give them a try. Let me know in the comment section below if you've ever tried anyone. Soursop is representing self-control, and you just know how to behave yourself. You know how to act right in public, in private. You can manage your emotions and manage your body and manage your facial expressions. You just know how to manage your body and not out there just acting a plumb fool because somebody says something to you wrong. Well, once again, those are the fruits of the Spirit. We've got self-control, we've got gentleness, we've got faithfulness, we've got goodness, kindness, patience, peace, joy, and love. Get some of these fruits in your life, and you can get that by just clinging on, reaching out to Jesus, praying to him, asking him to change your heart, create in you a clean spirit, a new heart, oh God, and renew a right spirit inside of you. All right. Let me know in the comment section below, have you tried any of these Jamaican fruits? And which one of these fruits of the spirit do you think you have? Is it something that you'd want to have, the fruits of the spirit, these things coming, exuding out of you because you have God living in you and guiding your steps and your decision? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, let me see what Magic 8 Ball Spot was watching.